Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today I am bringing you guys my team analysis video for week 4 of season 4 of the Pokemon Premier League. I always feel like there's so many things to say, but this week we are taking on Jack, aka the Donphanatic, and his Norwich Skitty. If you guys have watched the seasons past, you guys know that every time I battle Jack, it ends up being some like ridiculous, super close match. That comes down to like the very last turn, or a roll, or some sort of hacks. It's really crazy, and I'm expecting this to be a really close game. We lost last week because we made a silly decision. We should have won, but we didn't. And so now that puts us at, I believe, 9th place. I will show the table on the screen here. I believe we're in 9th place, and I think Jack is actually a little bit lower than us, in like 10th or 11th. I'm not looking at it right now, but he's actually technically in relegation, which, if you really count that, I mean, the season's not over for like 7 or 8 more weeks, so it's not like in super danger, but like, hey, we should try and get further away from the bottom. So if we lose to Jack, we will probably be in 10th through 12th, so one of those relegation spots, which is not good. We don't want to be there. We've been doing pretty good this season, but it's just been a couple minor things that have kind of held us back. So we really need to win this week. So that means that I should be going in and bring in all the power and make sure that I do everything I can to win, right? Well, yes and no. I decided to go a little bit, think a little bit outside the box for this week. And I am going to, by the end of this week, have used every single Pokemon that I've drafted or picked up in a transfer on my team. So I will have brought them to a match, and that's going to be super fun. And the reason that I am doing this is because Jack's team is the one team that I can see this possibly working against. So we're going to get a little crazy this week, but it's only because I really think that there's a possibility that it can work out in our favor. And if it doesn't, we do still have some time in the season to make up for lost ground. But I have constructed this team hoping to really catch Jack off guard. And if we can do this, we are going to be PPL legends. Let's do this. So let's go ahead and talk about Jack's team really quick. So let me go ahead and just read it to you, bring up the teams. His team has a Mega Gallade, Skarmory, Aromatisse, Donphan, Arcanine, Heliolisk, Noivern, Crawdon, and Metagross on it. So that is a team with some pretty scary offensive stuff. He does have the kind of annoying Aromatisse, Skarmory, like, core. Arcanine, our Bay. Arcanine's my favorite Pokemon to use in draft format. He's got it, and, you know, it sucks because I know it's so good. But we're going to have to take it down this week, which is going to be very, very sad. But I have a strategy to take down this team. But it is very scary offensively, so I do need to kind of, you know, worry about not having it kill me. Because it's pretty fast, very offensive. And, yeah. So, we are implementing a few strategies this week to try and take this team on. So let's go ahead and just get into our team. If I missed anything, I messed up. Sorry. Comments, all that good stuff. So first I'm going to talk about my defense for this week. And first is my specially defensive Mon, which is again going to be Reuniclus, specially defensive with Leftovers Regenerator. I'm hoping this doesn't become a pattern, but I feel like it is. It is going to have Recover, Substitute, Thunder, and Shadow Ball. Alright, let's get into this. Now, Recover is like kind of obvious. Substitute is if he thinks he can get cheeky, predict like a Psychic or something, and switch into Crawdon or something like that, or maybe like Volt switching from like Heliolisk into it, and then I go for like a Substitute, and then I have a Substitute up while he brings in his Crawdon. That way I don't just like die to knock off. I don't have a lot to deal with Crawdon or things like that, and I want to be able to get hits off on it. So if I'm behind a Substitute, then I will guarantee that I can, you know, live whatever hit, and then I can kill him with Thunder. I am picking Thunder because that combined with Shadow Ball makes sure that I can hit everything on his team at least neutrally, if not super effective. Thunder ensures that I can OHKO Skarmory. Actually, I don't know if it's an OHKO since I don't have any special attack investment. If it's physically defensive Skarmory, I'm pretty sure Thunder is an OHKO. If it's specially defensive Skarmory, it might not be. But I can still, like, 1v1 a Skarmory and all that good stuff. So, Thunder does hit any sort of Skarmory switch in. Also, you know, Crawdaunt, as well as hits everything else neutrally. What's the Shadow Ball, which hits Mega Gallade and Metagross super effectively. Metagross is the main reason why I have Shadow Ball, because if I had Psychic, like, I don't need Psychic Stab. While it would be powerful on things like Arcanine and Donphan and things like that, I just want to be able to not have anything, like, completely wall me. I guess Aromatisse kind of does, which is why I really thought about bringing some sort of Calm Mind set. But as of right now, I feel like Substitute is going to be pretty important. And I need Recover. You know, it was either going to be Recover or Calm Mind, and I can't have one without the other. Well, I can't have Calm Mind without Recover, in my opinion. At least not for this matchup. So that is the offensive moves. I guess technically, out of anything, Heliolisk is actually the thing that can stop this. So I don't know. We'll see. Heliolisk also doesn't have Recovery, so if I can get any sort of residual damage on it, I can 1v1 it, even though it might take a while because I'm gonna have to hit Thunders. So we'll see. But this should be the moveset. So hopefully that doesn't come to backfire on me, because I guess the Heliolisk does wallet a little bit better than I would have liked. But maybe we can just make him be impatient and, you know, not. But this is my special wall, and then my physical wall is going to be Druddigon here, also leftovers, with the rough skin, physically defensive. It's kind of the same thing that it has been. This one's going to be Stealth Rock, Dragon Tail, Fire Punch, Toxic. Toxic for not the Steel types, Fire Punch for the Steel types, and Stealth Rock, Dragon Tail, just to shuffle them around, get some Stealth Rock damage. If I Dragon Tail into a special attacker, that's when I can go into Reuniclus, and I feel like those two can work in tandem pretty well. And his fairy is Aromatisse, so he can bring that in on a Dragon Tail. I can Toxic it, and at least make it use a turn for Aromatherapy or Heal Bell or whatever, so it's not the worst thing ever. Or he might not bring it, and, you know, like Wish Protect, Moonblast, and like some sort of cover move or something. I don't know, we'll see. But that is going to be Druddigon. It's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, so that's that move. It's physically defensive. This also switches into Crawdaunt actually kind of well. But again, I don't want to switch into it too many times, but I mean, I can definitely do it at least once. So that's good, and we're gonna have to do that. So that's my that's like my defensive core. But the main way I think I'm going to have to try and beat Jack is offensively. And so here are a few things that we have. So first we have our support here. We have our Focus Sash, Ariados with Sticky Webs, Toxic Spikes that might stay on, that might not. I might have to see about that. Shadow Sneak and X-Scissor. X-Scissor is really the only attack that I could have that could do damage. Max HP, max attack adamant. EV spread doesn't matter too much. I do want the most attack that I can get. Shadow Sneak, you never know what you might need, what kind of priority you might need at the end of the game. You know, you never know if this thing is still around. Sticky Webs is, of course, the main priority. I'm going to have to scout to see if Donphan's there. And that'll be about it. If only Skarmory shows up, Skarmory could have Defog, but then it is going to have a harder time hazard stacking against me, because then I'll have to defog its own hazards away. So I might have to get rid of Donphan before I set up Sticky Webs, but if I can set up Sticky Webs, then that's going to be really good for me, because I can outspeed a lot with some of my other stuff. So, speaking of Sticky Webs being up, I might actually have to change this Victini. As of right now, it's kind of a placeholder. I had max HP, max attack, Adamant for some bulk, Choice Banded, V-Create, U-Turn Toxic, and Quick Attack. So the V-Create is for his entire team, because Choice Banded V-Create is OW. U-turn is for if I need initiative, toxic is for Arcanine, and quick attack is for priority that you never know if you need at the end of the game. And I didn't need another coverage move because, like, literally, I mean, nothing can really switch into Create outside of Arcanine, which then I can toxic, and then I can, like, switch into Dragon, or yeah, or we'll see. We'll see how that works. Switching in to Jack's Pokemon is not going to be the most fun for me. I do want to double check to see if I can outspeed everything after a Sticky Web drop. I would have to see if I can still outspeed a Mega Gallade after a Sticky Web without any speed investment on my side. That would be the thing that I would have to make sure I can outspeed. So I might do that just to make sure that after a Sticky Web, I can outspeed. If the Sticky Web is not up, a lot of the things that I want to outspeed with the Victini, I already do by like a lot. So if I'm trying to like run through Skarmory or run through Aromatisse, like I don't need speed investment for that. But I am going to double check the speed and make sure that I outspeed a max speed Mega Gallade after the Sticky Web drop. That's how much speed I'll have, and then the rest will be in HP. So that, I'm just telling you that's what it's going to be. So this might not be accurate. I will try to confirm in the battle video how much I have, but just know that that's the EV spread that I will have. I just forgot to change that or confirm that before recording this video, and I'm already like over halfway through, so I'm not starting the video over. But yeah, so now we get into like memes and fun stuff, and the real reason that we bring in Sticky Webs. Alright, so let's go. First we have Togekiss. This is just going to be leftovers, but you know, the item doesn't matter. Nasty Plot, Baton Pass, Air Slash Flamethrower, 244 HP, 196 special attack, and 68 speed. That outspeeds something after a Sticky Web drop. I do want to say that it could be a Mega Gallade after a Sticky Web drop. So if that's 119, actually, then that's 120, so yeah, I should actually outspeed. I will double check the math, but I'm pretty sure that speed creep is to outspeed Mega Gallade after a Sticky Web drop. But the, of course, main thing, well, hold on, first before we do that, Air Slash Flamethrower is just enough coverage to deal with stuff. If I outspeed Air Slash, I can always flinch him to death. That could be fun, really annoying for him, but if I need to, I need to. And he doesn't actually have a lot of flying resists, and like the ones he does, you know, like Skarmory and Metagross, don't really like Flamethrower. I'm just going with Flamethrower over Fire Blast just to make sure that I hit. Metagross doesn't have recovery. Skarmory, I mean, I have Thunder on Reuniclus, V-Create on Victini, Flamethrower on this. I mean, I don't necessarily need to make sure that it's like a guaranteed OHKO from full or from, you know, after Sturdy. I just need to get damage. So that's why I'm just going with Flamethrower. And yeah, so Flamethrower Air Slash is good. Nasty Plot, I could, if I absolutely need to, or feel like I can use 4 Togekiss, so I could Nasty Plot and then like Nasty Plot Air Slash, you know, his Mons to death or whatever. But what I would love to do is to Nasty Plot Baton Pass into Glaceon. Yes! Alright. Oh man, I'm so happy. So we have Glaceon, which is going to be holding a wide lens, so that way it can hit its Blizzards. Blizzard, Hidden Power Ground, Ice Beam, and Ice Shard. I have 3 ice attacks. The reason for this, it's modest. Max speed. Max speed can outspeed almost everything. It's kind of like up there, like, I want to say Mega Gallade max speed is like 118, and max speed modest for me is like 117. So I'm hoping that I don't regret not going like timid and doing that, but I really don't think he's going to bring a max speed Jolly Mega Gallade because I have such a slow team. So instead of trying to predict what he might speed creep or just go like adamant, you know, he's got things like Heliolisk and stuff in that area too, so I'm just going max. And hopefully I'm just going to outspeed everything after the Sticky Web drop. Blizzard and Hidden Power Ground, the mixture of those two OHKOs, like, his entire team. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, after +2, after Nasty Plot Baton Pass into Glaceon, Glaceon can OHKO his entire team. So that's fun. I do have Ice Beam for if I don't need to rely on Blizzard, but Blizzard is, like, it provides the power to guarantee OHKOs on certain things. But if I don't need, like if Ice Beam is a guaranteed OHKO from whatever range that said Pokemon is at, I can just go for a safe Ice Beam instead of trying to go for Blizzard. But I do have a wide lens to try and make my Blizzards more accurate. So we're going to try that. I guess if I really needed to, I could try and go like Life Orb, like Ice Beam, but Seeing as when I baton pass from Togekiss, I'll probably have to take a hit with Glaceon anyway. I'd rather not wear myself down. I would love to just come into this thing and like sweep up the rest of his team, which would be great. Ice Shard, if I need it, again, more priority, but is also good for the Noivern, because Noivern is not affected by Sticky Webs, so it will outspeed me regardless. So I would like to have it dead before I try this, or I'd like for it to not show up. That would be nice. But that is that's going to be that. So this is, you know, we have our main defensive stuff here, and then we're just going to try and like just punch holes. This is going to be probably a short game of me just trying to punch all the holes in his team before he kills my team. But he's got a lot of scary offense, and you know, I'm getting a little creative. I am setting this little plan into motion, and if it works, then that'll be fantastic, and if it doesn't, well, at least we tried, and we can always come back next week to try and do better. So that is going to be the team analysis video. Let me know what you think about the team, and make sure you stay tuned for the battle that will be up tomorrow, and that will be it. So thanks for watching, guys, and until the next time, stay sly.